All right, shalom. Shalom. All right, before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakorash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akiyam that's out here pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom to you all. And shalom to you sincere sisters that are out there as well. Back at it again. Lord willing, this lesson is informative, edifying in the spirit, to the hopeful elect. Right? As the title of this goes, the Lord is increasing our anger, our hate for this place. He's increasing, our disgust for this place, for this people, for how things go, and it's a beautiful thing, really, in the spirit, because the Lord is giving us a spirit after his mind. It's like, how are we what we supposed to expect ourselves or believe that we're supposed to be just walking around, Mr. Just doing the fucking electric slide all over the place. You always in a happy, joyful, go-lucky attitude all day, every day. That's unrealistic. Scriptures say the Lord is angry with the wicked every day, roughly paraphrasing. All right, he's hot. So that spirit hits us and we feel it. I just, like I said, this has been a subject matter for myself, and looking at myself and seeing me over the years and changes, and I look at myself and I'm like, I wasn't this furious when I was younger. When I was young, especially pre-truth, especially me before coming into the truth, being young, I'm talking about my teens and early 20s. I wasn't that type of guy. I was a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was not really for, hey, shalom, hey, 144 on the side of this truck. All praise Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. I just pulled up next to the truck. That wasn't my problem. That was not a problem of mine, throughout my youth, my younger years. Hell, even coming into the truth the first few years. You have a level of anger and you're pissed off once you realize the truth. But as you get older, as this truth becomes established in a foundation in your life. The scriptures say he that increaseth knowledge, increase of sorrows. You start to increase in knowledge, increase in true knowledge, and gain wisdom. Man, that anger increases. I was reading, and I'm going to go into a situation that happened over the weekend for me through the spirit to really highlight the fact that, hey, man, that anger, and the spirit was hot on me, Sunday. I went through a situation at work, and man, I was pissed the fuck off, man. But I'm gonna go into it maybe in a little bit. But the point of what I'm trying to say is that, that anger had me. I was so in the spirit. I went home and I was like, man, and I was like, man, I can't wait to really the Lord turn up on these people. I'm gonna keep it, G-rated and PG, for this video. But I went to Isaiah 63, and it was going into, when you read that scripture about, who is this that coming back with dyed garments from Basra, which is speaking about Yahweh Shai. But when you go into it, it says that he's going to trample them in his fury. It highlights Yahweh Shai's fury and anger. And the Lord is putting that spirit on us. Your fury and anger is going to increase. Our fury and anger is going to get more intense. That's why it's important to learn, as there's so many proverbs, you know, better is a man that can control his anger than a warrior. You know, you got to be able to control this shit. Because I'm telling you, if you can't, the truth of the matter is something's going to occur that's going to have your ass on your local news, blacking out over, with a very violent assault charge on your record. That's all that's going to happen. That's it. Because the anger is real. You think, like I said, it's not all because you don't know how, it's not all carnal. It's not all because you're just wicked and you just want to be angry and pissed off. No, if you're genuine, like me personally, like I do my best to be as peaceable, as positive, not no fake shit. Like literally, because I'm understanding that, hey man, you know, I could lose my shit, man. I could lose it. But that's why there's so many proverbs. Of course, I'm driving. If brothers want to put them in the comment section, you know, please do. You know, there's plenty of, you know, controlling your anger and controlling, you know, if you can't control your spirit, you're basically like a city with a broken wall. Meaning that anything and everything can get you out of pocket. You're easy to control. If everything gets you out of pocket and you get to the point of you ready to black out because of everything, oh yeah, something gonna get you. Satan got you. But the truth of the matter is that we're not absolved and above being angry, being pissed the fuck off. Habakkuk, the first chapter, tells us how long. Habakkuk was asking the Lord, how long, Lord, will you have me to witness evil judgment? How long do we got to witness evil judgment proceed? And wrong judgment doeth proceed. And we got to sit and watch that shit. And you know what's really, you know what I'm learning too, as I get older and you study and you realize these things? I'm going to tell you, you want to know what's worse than depression? We always, oh, I'm depressed, everybody. And I'm like, nah, it's deeper. It's something, look, depression comes and goes. What we really suffer from, brothers and sisters, in this regard, is we really suffer from deep-rooted suppression. We're suppressing so many feelings and emotions that's the scary part. See, this is when you have somebody that blacks out and loses their shit on everybody and everything because they've been suppressing and having so many repressed feelings. Go look these terms up. There's a difference. Suppressed is when you have to basically push an emotion or a feeling to the back of your head and you can't address it. You can't address it. So you're suppressing yourself. See, you being depressed because you don't got a little bit of money, that shit come and go, man. You go drink a little bit of wine, drink a little liquor, go pop your woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman you depressed, your man ride you down. A few hours later, you know, all the hormonals that are being released, you be cool. But see, suppression. See, a lot of us brothers, and I'm talking about a lot of you brothers. I'm gonna say this in the spirit. A lot of you brothers, you're full-fledged ancient world warriors. You're a lot of, like, some of you men, you were real deal warriors. Your duty, the Lord blessed you with the mental fortitude in the body and everything to be able to put damage on this place. To be a warrior. I don't got to speak on what comes with that. War comes with warrior. But what does a warrior do? Read between the lines of what I'm saying here. What does a warrior do? So here you are, not able to do warrior shit. See, a lot of people, this world has it twisted between KILLING versus MURDE. You get what I'm trying to say, right? Red rum, right? There's a big difference. See, in the law, people will be like, thou shalt not kill. And they'll be like, see, thou shalt not kill. That give, like, you had this dumb numbskull 21 Savage saying, that he don't believe that we supposed to kill animals because thou shalt not kill. What's the difference between an animal and a human? A big fucking difference. But that's another lesson in itself. Killing and murdering are two different things. All right? I'm speaking to, this is one of the raw things that we are having to suppress. We're having to suppress wanting to lay down a lot of shit, man. Okay? We that's why this, but you know what? And the Lord say what? We gotta wait ye upon the Lord. Because that's the main thing the Lord is suppressing. That's the main emotion that wants to be fulfilled. Starting from Yahweh all the way to Yahweh Shai, to the angels, to us in the spirit. We want to turn TVs off. That's a fact. Thus saith the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because the Lord wants to. Go read Isaiah the 63rd chapter. The Lord said he's gonna be the fatness of the wine. Because he's angry with the wicked. But see, this lesson is not about fulfilling that desire. This lesson is truly about understanding that that's what you're carrying in your spirit. That's what's in you. And it's growing and it's intensifying and it's getting more to the point where it's like, I be looking at these people sometimes and for instance, I had a situation, this woman got way out of line with me on Sunday at work. In 144. And I was hot. And I was on the job, and I'm like, as I was going through it, I just kept getting hotter and hotter. I told my manager, I'm like, hey man, I'm pissed the fuck off right now, you know. And I had to do nothing but laugh. But as I got home, and I got madder and madder, and I mean, I'm talking about, I was so mad. For you to understand, like brothers I was talking to in our group threads, and I was putting curses up for like 2 hours straight. I was just in a hot, because it's like, yo, you people, man. You people, you be trying us like you don't know what, and it was so beautiful through the spirit that I work with a brother of mine. Hey, you know, I'll put his name out there. Fuck it, because it's actually spiritual. I was hot in the spirit, and my brother, Iraq, pulled up on me. As soon as it happened, like 3 minutes later, he pulled up. And the brother's name, Iraq, literally means patience. So literally the Lord manifested a patient brother for me to deal with this, because I'm telling you, believe me and you when I tell you, if there wasn't all of these protocols, if it wasn't courts, police, prison, judge, all of these, oh man, it would have been nasty in that alley, man. It would have been very nasty. All right? It would have been very. But you know what? I understand that we have to be long suffering. It's not fun. It's probably one of the least enjoyable parts of this whole walk. It's just keeping it 100. All right? But please believe, you gotta exercise a lot of patience. You gotta control that fire. And some of us is more than others. That's why I spoke specifically. I say, hey, some of you brothers, I know I have certain brothers. You could just look at certain brothers and be like, yeah, this brother's a warrior. This brother's a mighty man right here. Some of you, as I said, a lot of you brothers, the Lord created you to do mighty man shit. But you just gotta sit on this side in the spirit and watch fuck shit. And keep your hands clean. Whoa, that's a fight. But the Lord is teaching us a new way of fighting. We're fighting this thing spiritually. We're fighting this through our prayers. Because see, I'm gonna hit you with this. Man, that situation had me so hot on Sunday that, like, when it happened, I'm on a job. I'm on a job, and it was like the spirit like took over me at that moment. I was meditating on it. I'm like, the spirit took me over, and I walked away from my manager. I literally took like 5 paces in front of him, and I started facing it. I was just sending up curses. You know, I'm not exaggerating in the senses of I'm on my knees and Yahweh. No, I'm just like face that way, and my focus was just on straight. Hey man, Yahweh. I was just going, and I was in that spirit for the next 3 hours. From like 8 to like 11, 12, I was just, man, sending up curses. But that's because we got to wait upon the Lord. I can't act. I can't do what I want to do. You understand? So it's like, hey, all right, wait ye upon the Lord. Hey, Lord. And I'm going to say this to you, for brothers and sisters. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 5. It's a righteous thing with the Lord to recompense those that trouble thee. Hey, when somebody trouble you and get you in that spirit, when somebody gets you in the hot zone, because see, that hot zone is not where you want to be at. You don't want to be, you don't want to be that hot, man. I'm not saying this from a bragging. Because when you, like a brother told me, an elder of mine told me a while back, when you get hot like that, it's like an oven. You cut your oven on in the kitchen to 500 to 400 degrees. Just because you cut that motherfucker off, don't mean that it's going to go back to room temperature. It might take 30, 40 minutes for that oven to drop its temperature back to, you could touch the racks and all that in there. It might take some time. So that's not the goal to get to be angry. That's why the scriptures speak against it, because anger, hey, that gets your heart rate out of order. That affects your heart rate. It causes you to go into a fight mode. So now you're dealing with your cholesterol is increased. It's a lot of things that throw you off hormonally that you really want to control your anger. That's why I said this, if you think this lesson is a lesson about you, yeah, man, hey, anger. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm angry than a motherfucker. No. This is not about that. But I'm telling you, the Lord, you're going to be angry. But what do you do with that anger? You got to find other ways. See, I'm going to hit you with this. That's part of the reason of Isaiah, the 4th chapter too. Isaiah 4:1 is actually partly because the Lord is going to turn our fierceness up. The Lord going to turn our fierceness up. And I've said this before, and a lot of you women, I'm giving you a gem. A lot of you women don't understand this. It's your duty to F the war out of your warrior. That's your duty. See, a lot of you women, you want these strong, masculine, powerful men, but then you don't know how to cool his fire off. You don't know how to turn his fire down. You don't know how to use your femininity to turn the fire down. That's why the Lord gonna have to add more women. It's gonna take more. Everything's about to increase. You think one woman is gonna be able to tame a lot of men's fire? The Lord said in Jeremiah, I believe, that He said, I send forth for many fishers, and then they shall fish. But then they basically gonna stop fishing, and then they shall start hunting. We're still in fishing mode, feeling like this. What do you think it's gonna be like when the Lord willingly we be part of that number, but the Lord put a hunter energy on us? This is us fishing. Just like the lesson I did the other day about the elect is untamable. The only ones that are capable, the only power that's capable of taming the elect is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's it. And the Lord gonna put more, because we about to go into some real times. But you can't let that decrease you. You got to do more of that's why the spirit been what? More brothers got to work out. You got to burn off that energy. You got to control that energy. I'm sorry, not sorry, but I don't know any other way but to keep it all the way raw, because you gotta hear it. You gotta hear the fucking message. You gotta hear the message of what's really being said, in the senses of, hey man, the Lord gonna put more of these feelings on us. You're gonna feel more emotion. That's why it's not about acting like emotions are bad. Emotions are not bad. Emotions turn bad when you don't know how to control said emotions. Happiness can be a bad emotion if you don't know how to control your happiness. How about that? Every emotion is not bad. The ones you think are good can be used against you in a bad way if you have no control over them. So the Lord gonna control, he gonna increase our rejoice. He gonna increase all of these things. But if you're not maintaining it in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, it's gonna consume you and destroy you. These people are bugging out. They're bugging out. That's why the scriptures say, if it be at possible, be at peace with all men. Take the low. Take the load and give it to the Lord. See, hey, how would I want my woman to handle this situation? Hey, that's how I'm going to handle it with the Lord, with my man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Nigga, hey, somebody fucking with me? I'm going to tell my man. Respectfully. That's whatever, hey, do that. I can't do nothing about it. I'd be mad as fuck at my woman if she was out in the streets squabbling over some bullshit when it's not necessary for her to squabble, right? I'd be pissed. I'm like, damn, man, you should just walk the fuck away from them bullshit ass niggas, right? Same thing the Lord be feeling like, damn, you could have just walked away from that bullshit, man. You could have told me. Right, you're right, Lord. Tell the Lord, man. That's another one of my favorite scriptures, 2 Thessalonians 1:5. It is a righteous thing with the Lord to recompense trouble to those that trouble thee. It's a righteous thing with the Lord. Lord, I'd be like, Lord, I'm offended. 144, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Get that in your regiment of when you're talking to the Lord. Hey, Lord, I am offended by this nigga right here. Him. I don't even need it. You be thinking you need names of niggas to put hey, this light-skinned bitch right here in the alley of such and such right now, Lord, I'm offended. I'm highly offended and bothered. No? That's something we all got to go into this new year. We're about to go into the Passover. The Lord is about to, Lord willing, the Lord's have mercy on us and allow us to be partakers of the Passover. But the Passover comes with increasing. And I can feel it in the spirit. I can already feel it. This last several weeks going into this new moon. We're in a new month now. We just had a new moon last night. Everything's increasing. I can feel the increase. I can feel the intensity on these people. I can feel it. That's why I'm like, hey man, you better have a control on this. This ain't something you can hide from. You ain't be able to hide from this. I'm just gonna stay out the fucking way. A lot of you, I always speaking. A lot of people have this. I'm just gonna stay the fuck out the way. Nigga, you can't stay the fuck away from all of this, man. You think you can stay away from demons? What the fuck you think this is? Demons aren't physical. They can go wherever the fuck they want to go. Got to control that anger. But I tell you what, man, I didn't have this. I was not this angry when I was younger. I was not. I wasn't. And I'm still if you wouldn't, but see, if you don't know me and you think that, you don't know me, you wouldn't know that I carry a very strong streak of anger. To know me is to know that, yeah, don't fuck with him. To know me is to know that. He get intense. But I've been pushed in those ways by the Lord to feel it, to know like, oh yeah, I'm tripping. Yo, I got, you know, that's when I know like, yeah, I got Satan on me right now. I gotta chill out. I'm being honest. You gotta be honest with yourself. You listen, man, you ever get so mad you start huffing and puffing? You hot. You angry. You want to cry. It's because you're looking for a release. You want to purge, really? I'm keeping it a bean. But the Lord is not that's not where we are right now. The Lord is not looking for that. The Lord is looking for men that can get to that at that point and can control it. What's more beautiful is the ability to control that anger. That's why, hey, like I said, you can feel away. But this is real life, man. This is real life. Like I say, you can feel away in your own way about whatever, but this is why some men, hey, this is why the Lord with some men gotta have a woman. So some men have to have a woman. And this is not about a codependent relationship of needing a woman. No, it's like, hey, the Lord is like, hey, if I don't give this man a release, I'm gonna have to get him out of jail, or he gonna be back up here with me soon. I'm just keeping it 100. Some of you men, you deny yourself the physical release of that, and you think, but then you dealing with other issues. I'm telling you, I'm keeping it as PG-13 as I can in this regard, because again, this is spiritual, but I'm also speaking to, it's a balance within. You got to manage your carnal. Them spirits manifest outside in the flesh. That spirit of rage, that spirit of anger, that spirit of frustration, all of that starts in the body, in the spirit, and comes out in the physical. That's why there's plenty of niggas in jail for a lack of being able to control that shit. Then you had niggas 30 seconds took away 30 years of my life. Yeah, it's true. Crimes of passion. You got to control your passion. You got to control that shit, man. All right? I'm about to close up here in a second. Yeah, let me see these scriptures. The water. Make this turn. All right. Yeah, the brother said, hey, Shalom, it says, the Lord is perfecting our anger so we get that green light. Hold on, let me show you this right. That green light, how else are we going to dash? Yeah, exactly. The Lord he's got to pump this vibration in us so that you don't be all disgusted and bothered by when it's really time to turn that on. A lot of these men aren't going to be able to turn that spirit on, and they're going to be defeated by the things that they're just seeing and witnessing. Scriptures say that in Job that what? We shall laugh at famine and destruction. You know how bugged out of a person you gotta really be to laugh at famine and destruction? I was speaking about being righteously bugged out. Oh shit. Where am I going? All right. Bear me 1 second. All right. It's all good. Fuck it. It's all good. I'm almost where I need to be. All right. This is Proverbs. Proverbs 25 and 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls. Yeah, what good is a city broken down without walls? The enemy can come in. That's the same thing with you. You don't have any boundaries. You don't have any walls. You don't have any fortitude set up with you, because everything pisses you off and gets you out of pocket. If everything gets you hot to the point where you are ready to crash the fuck out on somebody every fucking moment. Hey man, that's not really something, you know, that's not really what you think it is, man. It's a lot of shit that don't get me mad at all. It's a lot of shit that really is infuriating that doesn't get me mad. That's why I said, I was like, yo, I haven't been this mad in a minute. Because I'm talking about hours afterwards. I'm in the house. I'm like Trey and Boys in the Hood. Like when the cop was fucking with me, I'm shot, bro. Let me tell you something. You ever be so mad that your chest muscles are actually, the chest muscles are activated. Like my muscles were activated no different if I was doing push-ups. That's how angry I was. My muscles were intent. They were constricted. The muscles in my chest were constricted from how angry I was. You would have thought I had been working out. All right. Now, almost to where I gotta be at. Let me read a little bit. All right. It says Ecclesiastes 7 and 9. And it says, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, there's plenty of scriptures that talk about controlling it, and because that's not where you really want to be at. There's a time and a place to be angry. I'm not speaking against that. That's why I said sometimes it's spiritual. Because sometimes the Lord is making you angry and offended to put curses on a motherfucker, man. Like some woman or man, the Lord wanted, the Lord had a demon, had that nigga right there cross the path, the apples of my eyes, man. Yeah, go over there and offend him. Give me a reason to have to finish you. Sometimes it happened like that. All right? Let's see, I'm almost where I gotta be at. Let's see, Ephesians 4 and 26. Be ye angry, but sin not. What does that mean? Shit. Sometimes that anger had your ass ready. I'm telling you, man, I was ready to, man, if I didn't have any kind of rule over my spirit, oh man, it would have been looked like with a coyote get into a chicken coop. That's what that alley would have looked like. It would have been left up to me. It would have looked like when a bunch of wolves get into a chicken coop. Okay. But hey, that's where the sin comes into play. Because then I would have been breaking a law of this land. That I would have had to deal with the judicial reactions to it and all that comes with it. Okay? Yeah, man, I just was going through the comments. Hey, man, yeah. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Shem Yahushua to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. All right? And to you who are troubled with us, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh shall be revealed from the heavens with his mighty angels. Yeah, man. You know, it's a righteous thing with the Lord. The Lord sees it. These people be fucking with us, man. They be thinking that they could play with us, you know? And they don't know that, man, we are carrying the righteous anger, the righteous indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So again, I'm almost where I'm supposed to be at. I pray that this lesson was informative and spiritual, really, you know, because it's like, you know, yeah, man. Yeah, it's a fight not to take it too far, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just was seeing the comments. It's a fight not to take it too far, man. You know what I'm saying? I know, hey, I know that I'm not alone. That's why the Spirit got me doing this lesson, man. I know, brothers. You be out here dealing with these people, seeing these people, and these people they be trying us in different fashions. But it's okay. The Lord sees it, and the Lord is trying us. He's fortifying our patience. He's fortifying our, our temperance. Remember, these are the fruits of the Spirit. How can you exercise the spirit of temperaments if you're never put in positions to have to lean on being temperament? You see what I'm saying? If not, you'll find something, whether that be a woman leaving you, breaking up with you, however it go, and then boom, you crash out. That's what we see on the news all day, every day. Niggas crashing out because they experience an emotion that they aren't capable of handling. And then next thing you know, they done killed their whole family. They done killed people at their job. They done turned off a bunch of people's lives. They done turned their own TV off. You know what I mean? And that anger and that feeling, it consumes a lot of men and women. All right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close this up. I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Amen. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Okay. Peace and safety to all you sincere Akim that's out here pushing this word and truth. Shalom to all y'all that tuned in and watched, that put comments, put scriptures, the water. Hey, shalom to you sisters, man. I know through the spirit that sometimes, it may seem like there's a very heavy us versus you versus us spirit, but we're in heavy times. This isn't the time to take things personal. Some of this we got to let roll off and understand we are in fierce times, and this is just the reactions that are necessary to handle the fierceness of where we're in. But we all got to be able to control our emotions better. We got to be able to control our minds, and we got to be able to, be better snakes, man. Be able to snake this world better, man. Okay? It's always a way to handle everything. So we all got to do that. I just want to throw that out there in the spirit, man. It's the final. We're in the final month of this year. We're about to go into the new year. The Passover is about roughly 40 days away, right? We got a whole nother month, 4 weeks, and then 6 weeks. So the Passover is roughly 6 weeks from now. Okay. All right. So we're entering into our new time and to our year. These are the things that we got to, we about to go into this year. I can see it. Okay. I see. Okay. Motherfuckers is going to be, all right. Okay. All right. Well, I got to work on this. All right. Okay. We got to be more. Okay. You just got to be in that mind frame. This is where you start your righteous New Year's resolutions of how you want to be, how you want to carry it, how you want to proceed forward, brothers and sisters, for that. All right. Because we family. All right. We family. So we got to, I pray for y'all like I pray that. I always say, I pray that y'all pray for me and my family and all the Akim. You know what I'm saying? Because we need this, man. We need each other. Even though we're not in front of each other, even though we're not in each other's personal spaces as of yet, we're in this together and we need each other. I need y'all just as much as y'all need me. If you lose sight of needing the body of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you've already lost the fight, man. Even though we may not know each other. Hey, brother that's putting comments in here, I have not physically met you, but I appreciate every time you come into my stream and leave comments and put scriptures. I appreciate it. It makes the fight that much easier. So let's keep pushing, brothers and sisters, all right?